I'm answering a manifestation question, so listen up. Okay, so my main focuses recently have been money and body modification. And I just want anyone who's new to my page, body modification is an umbrella term that I use for any change that you want to make to your body. Weight loss, getting shredded, getting a haircut, getting tattooed, any change to the body is body modification. I think I've been doing a pretty good job with it, but in the past, I've had this feeling of being stuck, or when I'm in this state, it's hard for me to take action of any kind or shift my thoughts. I've experienced a couple of significant deaths in the last few months, and this most recent one is kind of knocking me off my feet. Lately, it's feeling like trying to focus on one or two topics at a time feels limiting. Like I have to wait to actually start focusing on the ones that I want to. But also, when I try to adjust my mindset or focus on those areas, I feel like I can't shift my mindset. So all in all, I feel like I end up getting nothing done. I'm feeling a strong call to action, but when it comes time to start, I get stuck. Have you ever experienced this? And did you take it as a sign you were dysregulated and needed to tone down the manifestations for a bit? Or did you take it as a sign to double down? Okay, the first two things that I want to mention here, I don't consider me taking care of myself to be separate from manifestation. It's not like I'm taking a break from manifestation to take care of myself. Pretty much everything that you do all day is contributing to a particular state. So this leads me to my second point. Manifestation is not something that you're doing or not doing. What I think you're referring to is techniques specifically. The only purpose that manifestation tools or techniques or whatever is serving is shifting your state. The reality is you could hold an ideal state all day long and have done zero techniques and used zero manifestation tools or whatever. How I like to view tools, techniques, processes, those are training wheels for your state. So scripting, for example, if you really like scripting, what you're doing is creating some structure to practice that new desired state. You don't need to be scripting every day to hold your desired state. Where I think you're getting tripped up here is by thinking the process is what manifests. And then if you stop a process, you stop manifesting. That is not correct. Your processes help you train an expectation. It helps you train a state. It helps you train your beliefs so you can hold it longer. But your state, your most habitual state that you continually return to, that is what manifests. Remember, this is supposed to be fun. Creation is supposed to be fun. Focusing your creative energy gets to be enjoyable. And if you've noticed that it's starting to feel like a chore, like it's this thing that I have to maintain and it's this to-do list item that I have to get to, and if I stop doing this to-do list item, then it's not going to happen. Girl, you're off in the weeds, okay? How I think would be more helpful for you to think about this is, okay, imagine you're an extension of God. Okay, God dwelling within you, the power of God dwelling within you. And you can literally think about it as considering all of these things, the grief and the stuck feeling and all of that stuff. How would God handle this? How would God take care of you? Because literally, imagine you're a mini God and you have to take care of yourself as God would. And I just find this to be a helpful perspective to break up any of the patterns that you have going on. So it's like when grief comes up, how are you taking care of yourself? How are you tending to yourself? That's a part of the creative process. If you're dysregulated, go regulate. That's a part of the creative process. If you're feeling better and you want to focus on something fun, go do that. I want you to focus a bit more on the somatic side of things because right now you're just way too in your head. You're way, 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 way too in your head. It's okay to take a break from that and just start giving yourself what you need and getting better at that side of things. The creation never stops, there are some things where we might really have to apply ourselves to generate way more momentum. Like sometimes there are those sticky topics. I think money is one of them for most people, where it does require more diligence. It does require you applying yourself consistently, just because there's a lot of triggers, there's a lot of interfacing with money and all that stuff. So that aside, creation should be fun. Taking care of yourself is a part of the process. Since I know you and your history quite well, what I think would be a really helpful shift for you to make is to get away from the processes and techniques and focus more on your state and letting that inform what happens next. Let that inform your decisions. That way it encompasses your entire life. It's not, I'm either doing a process or not. Get yourself out of the black and white. And instead it's, is this positively contributing to my state or negatively contributing to my state? And let yourself go from there. That way you can feel into, what do you actually need? And when you do that, it's like every single decision, every snack, every nap, every walk outside is contributing to your state. Now, of course, it's like you don't want to get into the habit of like letting your mind get out of control and spinning out about stuff. But that's when you would do the regulation work, is if you feel like you do not have any type of mental control and you're really struggling to shift it, then yes, definitely do regulation work. Okay, I have 2 more things for you. So number 1, this part of you that's like, no, I can't do, I'm stuck, I'm shutting down. Okay, that is telling you that you need something. What do you need? When that happens, what is your body mind communicating that you need? I literally want you to think about that aspect of yourself is just a character that needs something from you. And when it pops up, it's just telling you, hey, I need this particular thing. So meet the need and get back to enjoying your life. At least that's how I deal with it. But if you're taking it too seriously is what I'm getting at. Keep as light of a heart as you can, grief aside, because it's still going to exist even when the grief has been metabolized. Do your best to just quickly meet the needs. That to me is the best approach. Okay, last thing. When you said you feel like focusing on 2 things is limiting, what I would say, if you are going to do mindset work, I would make it about self-concept. How fast everything is for you, how easy everything is for you, how you're so good at manifesting, you get everything that you want, the world is good to you, you live in a friendly universe, manifestation is easier than ever, holy smokes, things are coming so quickly. Okay, that is how you can start to get around those limitations, because if you're just feeling like it's this laundry list that you have to get through, yeah, that's going to kill the vibe. Like, that's not going to feel fun. God didn't sit up in the heavens and was like, oh, I have to make heaven and earth. This is going to take so long. Like, no, that did not happen. This gets to be fun. It gets to be easy. It gets to be fast. Remember, you are an extension of God. The God power that God has is dwelling within you. So this isn't something that should feel like you're trying to crawl through mud, okay? Anyway, that's all for now. I will talk to you next time. Bye!